Hi guys, so I'm going to be going over your chapter 8 unit test. In this video, I'm going to be going over page 1. So question 1 says, when drawing a circle graph, which item should you use to measure each section? And the answer is B, protractor. You use a protractor to measure the angles of a circle graph. You used a compass to draw a circle, but we are not drawing a circle, we are measuring a circle graph. Question 2, which of the following steps is not needed to construct a circle graph? The correct answer is A. I have to determine the angle, draw a circle, and express the data as a fraction, decimal, or percent, but I do not need to calculate the circumference for a circle graph. Question 3 says, when creating a circle graph, you can use simple percents to represent degrees of a circle. How many degrees would be represented by 45%? So 45%, I know that I'm going to want to change that to a decimal to figure out this question. 0.45. That's how I'm going to change that percent. So now we learned in unit 3.5 that in order to go from a percent to an angle, I will need to times this by 360. Now I specifically chose the number 360 because that's my total circle. So all my angles need to add up to 360. So then if I take my calculator, I'm going to go 0.45 times 360 to get that my angle for 45% of a circle should be 162 degrees, which is the same as C. So my answer for number 3 is C. Number 4 says the graph below accurately shows how Miriam uses her computer time. If she spends 21 hours each week on her computer, how much of that time does she spend playing games? So I know all of this time adds up to 21 hours. So the full circle is 21 hours, but I know that I am calculating just the game section, which is 20%. So I'm going to take that 20%, just like question 3. I'm going to change it into a decimal, and I am going to times my total number by my decimal to figure out how much time she spends playing games. So if I take out my calculator, I know that 21 hours times the 20% of the games means that she was playing games for about 4.2 hours, which is the same as B. So 4, the answer is B. We didn't do number 5, so I'm jumping to number 6. The distance from one side of a circle to the other through the center is C, the diameter. So that's the line. It goes from one side of the circle all the way to the other. The answer is C. 7. If a circle has a diameter of 52, I'm just going to write that down. What is the approximate circumference? So for this unit, you should remember that circumference is diameter times pi. We spent a lot of time working with that equation. So I know circumference in this question is going to be 52 times pi. If I get out my calculator and I go 52 times 3.14, which I know is what I'm using for pi, my answer is that my circumference is 163.28 meters, which is the same as C.